When the word elf and Harry Potter are mentioned in the same sentence or conversation, many of us immediately think of Dobby, the kind, adorable, brave, little lovable elf who won the hearts of so many readers. However, Dobby wasn't the only elf who played a part in this story. There were several others, Kreacher being one of them. Staunchly committed to the House of Black, Kreacher was a character whose ill treatment at the hands of Sirius Black caused the latter dearly. So let's take a look at this elf's story. This is the life of Kreacher the Elf. Kreacher served the House of Black with fanatical loyalty for most of his life, until he was left to Harry Potter upon the death of Sirius Black in 1996. Kreacher was very loyal to all members of the Black family, except Sirius, whom he hated because Sirius treated Kreacher so poorly. He had a strong bond with Sirius's brother Regulus and was devastated by his death. He was usually very hostile, bitter and miserable, and had a habit of insulting people, including his own masters. He frequently called Hermione Granger a mudblood. He hated taking orders from those he despised, often giving them a dirty look or a biting remark. Like most members of the Black family, Kreacher believed that Muggleborns and blood traitors were scum, again a display of his strong loyalty to House Black. He loved serving Walburga Black more than her husband, although he valued Orion very highly too. This must mean that despite the presumed harshness of the Black family, judging from their disowning of Sirius, they must have been kind to Kreacher, as although his service to them was non-negotiable, his loyalty needed to be earned, which indeed it was. This was something that Sirius would regret. As mentioned, Kreacher had a deep affection for Regulus Black. Regulus treated Kreacher with a great kindness and showed the elf much respect. Kreacher felt like more of a friend to Regulus, which only strengthened his loyalty to him. And this loyalty was demonstrated in 1979, when Lord Voldemort told Regulus that he needed a house elf. Regulus volunteered his own, Kreacher, saying it would be an honour to serve the Dark Lord. Voldemort took Kreacher to the Crystal Cave and forced him to drink the potion in the basin, so that the Dark Lord could place Salazar Slytherin's locket in the basin. This potion, which is the same one Dumbledore drank, caused Kreacher to have nightmarish delusions, intense stomach pains, and made the elf dehydrated. Voldemort then left, abandoning Kreacher, leaving him to drink from the lake, knowing any water conjured would evaporate, and he would eventually die at the hands of the Inferi. However, the Dark Lord, in his arrogance, never cared to learn that house elves can operate out of locations that wizards and witches cannot. So Kreacher, using his own special type of magic and not contained by the enchantments of the cave, was able to disapparate from the cave and following his master's orders to come home when he finished his task. Regulus later had Kreacher taken back to the Crystal Lake. Regulus then drank the potion himself and ordered Kreacher to switch Slytherin's locket with a fake locket and then go home and destroy the real locket, leaving Regulus to die in the cave. For the last few seconds Kreacher was there, he saw the Inferi's hands pulling Regulus into the water. Regulus also ordered Kreacher to never tell his family what had happened to him. Kreacher left as ordered, but was unable to destroy the locket, despite his many attempts. This inability to complete a final order of a master he held so high and so dearly may have driven him to insanity, explaining his muttering and devotion to his mistress's painting. Kreacher was loyal only to pureblood wizards in general, Walburga Black in particular. After her death, however, Sirius Black became Kreacher's master, despite having been considered a blood traitor and disowned from his family. Kreacher was very hostile to Sirius and to the entire Order of the Phoenix when they used 12 Grimmauld Place as their headquarters, but was forced to serve Sirius. He was known to steal Black family heirlooms during the Order's cleaning efforts and hide them in his own den in the kitchen cupboard. In turn, Sirius took the items back and threw them away, and berated Kreacher in harsh and cruel words. Kreacher was considered somewhat of a liability by several of the Order of the Phoenix members. As a house elf, Kreacher overheard sensitive information but was forbidden to disclose it. However, in December 1995, when he witnessed Harry and the Weasley children arrive by Portkey after Arthur Weasley was attacked, Sirius told him to get out of the kitchen. Kreacher, however, took this to mean that he was allowed to leave the house altogether and went straight to the Malfoy family, who were once close relatives of the Blacks, and told Narcissa Malfoy and Bellatrix Lestrange about Harry and Sirius's close relationship. Later, when Harry Potter used the Flu Network to ask if Sirius was there, Kreacher lied. This convinced Harry that his vision of Sirius being tortured in the Department of Mysteries was real, and led him and his friends to attempt to rescue him. This resulted in the Battle of the Department of Mysteries, in which Sirius was killed by Bellatrix. Sirius left all his belongings, including Kreacher, to his godson. However, Harry had no desire to have anything to do with the house elf, and ordered him to work in the kitchens at Hogwarts along with the other house elves at Dumbledore's suggestion. This way, Dumbledore and the rest of the house elves could keep a close watch on him. This eventually turned out to Harry's advantage, as Kreacher, along with Dobby, another house elf working at Hogwarts, tailed Draco Malfoy for him when he suspected Malfoy to be up to no good. Kreacher disliked Harry at the time, and only followed his orders because he had to. For Christmas in 1996, Kreacher gave Harry a box of maggots. In 1997, Harry made Kreacher tell him about Regulus Arcturus Black, who he had correctly deduced was the RAB who took Salazar Slytherin's locket from the Crystal Cave. Kreacher told Harry, Ron and Hermione the story of the two lockets and his inability to destroy the real one. He told Harry that Mundungus Fletcher stole the real locket, and Harry rewarded him with Regulus' fake locket for tracking down Mundungus. Kreacher's joy at being given a Black family heirloom as his own caused him to drastically change his view of Harry. He even started to treat Hermione, whom he had previously disdained as a mudblood, a little bit better. Hermione turned out to be right about Kreacher. He was nice to those who treat him well. The morning of Harry, Ron and Hermione's attempt to break into the Ministry of Magic to find the real locket, Kreacher served them a breakfast of rolls and coffee, and promised them a meal of steak and kidney pie to be waiting for them when they returned. But after successfully obtaining the real locket and escaping the Ministry, Harry, Ron and Hermione were no longer able to go back to Grimmauld Place because they let Corbin Yaxley inside the Fidelis charm. Harry and Hermione concluded that it would be just too risky and dangerous to summon Kreacher, since Grimmauld Place was most likely taken over by Death Eaters. Kreacher's whereabouts during the following period is unknown, but it's known that sometime before the Battle of Hogwarts, he somehow came to the Hogwarts kitchens. Kreacher led the House Elves of Hogwarts in the final battle against Lord Voldemort and his Death Eaters, for Harry Potter, defender of the House Elves, and for the sake of the memory of his long-dead master Regulus, bringing to mind that, although he was a Death Eater, he had died fighting Voldemort. It's highlighted in the following quote: "Fight! Fight for my master, the defender of the House Elves! Fight the Dark Lord, in the name of brave Regulus! Fight!" It wasn't immediately specified whether Kreacher survived the Battle of Hogwarts, until Harry, who wanted to go to bed right after the battle, wondered if Kreacher could bring him a sandwich, implying that he did in fact survive. It is unknown if he continued to work in the Hogwarts kitchens, or entered the service of the Potter family, or possibly both. Some consider that Harry may have actually freed Kreacher. At some point after the year 2017, Kreacher passed away at an unknown age. Despite House Elves being valued so little, Kreacher valued loyalty above everything else. All he wanted in return was kindness. While Dobby cherished his freedom, Kreacher cherished his importance. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your support. Everyone, notifications of uploads are more important than ever. So please, if you haven't already, turn those notifications on to make sure you're notified the moment my video goes live. Making videos is what I love to do, it's my dream and my passion. However, it does cost time and money to produce this content, so if you have $1 to spare to support me on Patreon in exchange for some exclusive unseen content, then you can click the Patreon link below or at the end of this video. Please only support me if you can afford it. And make sure to follow me on Instagram at InstaDNJ and on Twitter at PotterFolklore. Check out my other videos appearing on screen, and please make sure, most importantly, to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again everyone, and please have a great day.